All right, let's see if this is as easy as it looks. This is one of the main reasons I got the bike, is because of the ease of the air filter. Let's see what, this is my first time doing it, so let's see what it looks like. Okay. Battery has survived the Texas summer so far without too much. There's a little rubber thing on the bottom. I'm just going to leave that there. They did not want that coming loose. side seems to be one whole piece. So I'll just leave that on there at the moment. So those are all Phillips. So close, but so far. I'll have to get a smaller screwdriver. Just gonna leave that as is. See how dirty it is in there. Not too bad. All right. Oh, that's nothing, bro. I mean, that just looks fantastic steel. So I think from what I've read, my interpretation of the manual is this is the one that we need to clean over 4,000 miles. The fabric filter here should last, I think, 12,000, if I remember correctly. So just need to get this thing cleaned up a little bit. I mean, that is nothing. Going to put Put this over here so nothing gets down inside the air box while we're getting it cleaned up. I think the air filter is finally dry. Cleaned it with that air filter cleaner, the red can, and that was, make sure you're in a well ventilated area. That stuff stinks. Rinsed it out, some water. It wasn't really dirty, but definitely has a strong chemical odor when you use that other stuff. And then we're just going to spray this air filter oil on there. It's going to take a few minutes to get on there. My hands are all sweaty, so these gloves are kicking my butt. Right, I'll let that dry for just a few minutes and I'll get that back in there. I went ahead and cleaned the tray up and the battery is a contact cleaner, so everything's nice and clean going back in. And then we're almost finished. To get that buttoned up here in a second. All right, it's been a few minutes in this hot heat, so it should be pretty good shape. Start getting things ready to rock and roll again. Went ahead and put the air filter back in this little house there, so we got some contact cleaner and got everything cleaned up behind here, so as you can see it's nice and clean. So first thing, get this bad boy in there and seated properly again. So that's flush. Then there's a little notch on this cleaner. I think it goes out on this left-hand corner if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Damn cats, I swear, dude. Okay, that looks good to go. Just leave it somewhat loose at the moment. Put my damn glasses on, I can see. Okay, so that one feels good. Things nice and lined up. I think we are good to go. And I have no mechanical ability. If I can do this, you guys can do it. Okay, I think we're ready to rock and roll here. Get that back in there. This goes over there. This goes under here. Got that back in its house. Goes there. So it's got a little negative and positive, as you can see. So people, even with my mechanical ability, can't get it wrong. These were on there pretty tight when I took them off, so I'm just going to give them a little okay. Seems to be good to go. I almost forgot the little rubber mat. So belt on there. So negatives off first and on first, right? Okay, that is back on again. Let's try to can't quite get it over that with that on there. Forget. So that. Go back down in there. All right, I think we are done. Not too bad for somebody with no mechanical ability. Get the seat on and see if I need to redo anything with the clock since the battery got undone. Right. Looks like I gotta reset the clock, but that is about it. So that's what it takes to get it done. Not too bad. This is the definite reason I picked this bike up over the Honda Transalp. What a effing nightmare. There's no way I could do all that. But as you can see, not bad. Got it all taken care of. If I can do it, you guys can do it. Easy. Have a good one.